Hi, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. We are really getting down to the wire. 2 days till Christmas. I just wanted to do a very quick, easy gift box for some Christmas treats. I used Everything Essential stamp set and some 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper and these milk chocolate balls from Dollar Tree. But Hershey Kisses will fit in here just as great. Okie dokie. Alright, so we're going to start. This time I think it'll look a little bit better with cherry cobbler in the background. This one I used crumb cake, but I'm going to use cherry cobbler this time. Okay, and we're going to start with a 7 by 5.5 inch piece. Okie dokie. Let me see. There we go. Alright, so we're going to start on the 7-inch side, and we're going to score at 1, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, and 6 1/2. Okay, we're going to switch it to the 5.5 inch side, and we're going to do it at 1, 4, and 5. And that's it. I'm just going to fold and burnish. I do not know if I will have a video up on Christmas Day. I will try, but I still haven't wrapped my presents for my kids and my husband, and I have all my cookies to bake, so it'll be dicey. Can I do them all? Yeah, okay. This is what we want to do reasonably. I decided against the little hole there because that just made it more complicated. And if you're in a rush, you just want to get it done. Okay, so we're just going to cut apart the bottom. And we're going to leave these 2 tabs, take this flap out, keep this flap, and get rid of that. Alrighty. So let's start with the long skinny rectangle that is 1/2 inch to your right. Okay, and we're going to start at the bottom. There is a square, a rectangle, a square, a rectangle, and then this skinny rectangle here. So let's start with the square, and we're going to keep the rectangle next to it straight and then wedge the square. Okay, and do the same on the other side. We're going to keep the rectangle straight and wedge out the square. And then we'll keep this rectangle straight, and we want to get rid of this little piece, and we're going to wedge a little out of the piece above it. Okay, that's the bottom. Okay, now we're going to turn it around, and the skinny rectangle is now to our left. Okay, and this is the flap we want to keep. Okay, so we're going to cut. There's a little square and a skinny rectangle. We're going to cut them away. Just take them off. Okay, and then we're keeping this long skinny rectangle and this bigger rectangle. So we're just going to keep them straight. And we just want the bottom square on this. So we're going to keep... we don't really want to, we're going to get rid of this middle piece, so it doesn't matter if you keep that straight. Let's just chop off the top rectangle and then wedge the square. Okay, now let's skip this piece we're going to cut out, and let's move over to this side. And we're going to keep the square, so we're just going to take off this rectangle that's on top of the square and then wedge the square. Okay, and then just fold down your 2 tabs, and you can just going to cut this all away. So that's an extra flap we don't need. Alrighty, so this is what you're left with. Okay, and we need the detailed trio punch for our flap. just around the corners. There we go. On this side. Okay. And that's it for the box part. Okay, now we need our 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper. And I'm using this little Christmas plaid looking one. And we need 2 pieces that are 2 inches by 2 3/4. So it's 2 inches this way, 2 3/4 this way. And they go here and here. And then we need 2 pieces that are 3/4 by 2 inches. And that's going to go right there. No, we only need one of them. Okay, so one that is 3/4 by 2. And then 2 that are 3/4 by 2 3/4. And they'll go right there. Okay, I'm going to get my seal. I'm going to put it all on. Okay, now we're going to take our tearing tape and we're going to put it right up next to this the score line on the skinny rectangle on the side, okay? And we're going to fold this down and fold the other side to meet it. Alrighty, so I'm going to close this just to keep it square. Okay, so this is going to be, whoopsie, I forgot something. We want to use a small circle punch just to make a little bit of a finger hole. Okay, there you go. Now we're going to close it. Okay, and this is going, it doesn't really matter which is the front or back because the ribbon covers it. So I would just leave it in the front. And then we're going to put down the tabs and the back, and we'll put our tearing tape there. This started as a whole different box today, but it evolved. I'll try the other box another time when we all have more time. It was getting too complicated, and I didn't want to really do something right before Christmas that was complicated. All right. Okay, now let's load in our balls. I think this held about 9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 11. So probably a little slightly less kisses, although they do kind of nest well, so I'm not 100% sure on that. Alrighty, then we need our shaded spruce ribbon from Wonder of the Season ribbon combo pack, and we're just gonna wrap it around. Oops. Alrighty, just like that, and then I have a few pieces of linen thread. I have to order more, I'm almost out. And we're just going to tie it at the top. Okay, and then we're just going to leave it there. All right, now we need a piece of crumb cake cardstock, our stamp, and some early espresso ink. This is the little reindeer season's greetings from Everything Essential. And I'm using a D block, I believe. Most of these all fit on a D block. Yeah, they all will fit on a D block nicely. Okay, and then I need the Essential Tag Punch. I think that's what it is. Yep, Essential Tag Punch. I'm just going to punch it out. Okay. Now I'm going to use a sponge from the Stamping Sponges. I just cut it in half and then cut a little wedge out. And some cherry Cobbler ink. And I'm just going to put a little bit of cherry cobbler on the edges. Fancies it up a little bit for Christmas. Okay, and then you just need a little hole punch to punch a hole in it. Alrighty, and then just thread it on. I'm just going to tie another, I don't know if that's a box. I'm not sure what that is. So I'm just going to tie it again, and then I'm going to make a bow. Just trim off my ends. Now, this kind of sticks at an odd angle, so I'm just gonna, there we go. I'm just gonna curve it a little so it will kind of hang over the front too. And then we need to cut our other half of our ribbon. And for the final touch, I'm gonna use some holiday rhinestone basic jewels, and I'm gonna use I think they're cherry cobbler. I'm just gonna put one on the, I probably should have done this before I put it on the box. It's jumping all over. Put one on the snowflake, and then two on the antlers. I'm going to put one over here and one up here. And that's it. And that's a really quick little greeting gift, treat gift that you can whip up relatively quickly. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I know time is really tight this time of year. I appreciate it. And if you would like to purchase any of these products, you can shop with me at the address at the top of the screen, catherinetiemann.stampinup.net. And I would love it if you would subscribe and like this video. I will see you next time. Merry Christmas. Bye.